In this video, you are going to discover the 3 questions that you have to ask yourself when you're trying to improve your next presentation or your next event. I have here a huge pile. Let me see it. Can you guys see it? A pile of my old manuals, the manuals that I use during our influencing from the front program. Some of you know I've been teaching public speaking, storytelling, influence skills since 2009, and every event I save one manual and I write on my manual right after the event, and as I go over I have my notes here, and I always try to improve the next event. That's why every event that I do is better. And it's a very simple mindset. You do an event, there's things that you did that was great, and there's always things that you can improve. So I like to ask 3 quick questions. Number 1, how can I make my frameworks that I teach even more effective? Now, we all have a framework. If you teach health, you have a framework for health. If you teach how to make money, you have a framework to teach your clients how to make more money. In this class, for example, how to communicate more effectively, how to deliver a talk more effectively, how to build a presentation faster. You always have a framework. So the first question is, how can I make my framework even more effective? How can I go over my framework again and try to improve it? Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. That's question number 1. How can you make your frameworks to teaching better? Number 2, second question, how can I communicate our frameworks more effectively? You have the framework itself, and then there's the communication of the framework. Are you building a need for the framework? Are you telling a good story? Are you telling an analogy or metaphor, for example? So there's always a way that you can improve the communication of your framework. And the third question is, once I improve my framework, once I improve the communication of my framework, is how can I make the implementation of our framework even more effective? In other words, in our events, we do a lot of exercises, so the implementation does not happen after the class, which I don't like it. Happens during the class because people are busy. I ask myself, how can I make the implementation of this framework during the class even more effective? If you focus on improving your framework, improving the communication of your framework, and improving the implementation of your ideas, your framework, your next class, your next presentation, next event will be better. I hope to see you in one of our upcoming events.